stay till about 11:45 somewhere.
As long as I want. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We are live.
Yeah, that's true.
We are
That's a good point.
recording.
Actually. So am I, but you know.
And here we go.
All right, before we start the show, I want to complain about the fact, you see this wide open spot right here between Brad and me? You see that?
Yes.
Okay, well, Catherine's supposed to be sitting there. She's decided, though, since there are already 5 people on the show, that 6 might be too many. I said, if 5 isn't, then why would 6 be?
5 is, I wouldn't go above 5.
Well, that's what, no, I suppose, okay, well.
It gets exponentially harder to talk the more people you get in the...
Way to go, Kristyn. You messed up everything.
Always my fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tom Bernard podcast with
Andy Bryant,
Michael Bryant,
whose transmitter
Brad
isn't
Hansen.
on, by the way.
Oh, your what's not on?
Transmitter.
It was. Oh, okay.
Way to go.
Michael Bryant.
There we are.
Kristyn, Catherine she said no. 4 guys. I'm not sitting in the middle of a couch with 4 guys. Not happening.
I don't blame her.
I suppose not. Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So, do you mind if we start with me introducing you to Brad? Because Brad bought a piece of property that, you will talk about that a little bit, won't you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You bet.
He bought, and it's a little over an acre.
Little.
You ever heard the name J.J. Hill?
Mm-mm.
Didn't buy it from J.J. Hill.
What?
Didn't buy it from
Well,
J.J. Hill.
I know,
Right?
but
Yeah.
he built it first, didn't he?
Nope.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, he did not.
Oh, I always thought that piece of property was like what he owned it, but he didn't.
No.
I never owned it.
No.
Well,
Oh, I'm learning a lot
we
here
did a lot of
today.
research before today's show.
Yeah.
Well, no, I like finding out this way better.
It was created by the Sims brothers, who were railroad engineers
Oh, okay.
and good friends of J.J. Hill.
Oh, that's what it was.
And they built the North American Railroad
Right.
that went across the western states, now known as obviously as Burlington Northern.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys traveled the world. They were absolutely unbelievable people, and they were friends and neighbors. In fact, the family still has an estate on Summit Avenue, not too far down from the
They
JJ.
still do, really.
Yeah. There's
God.
there are 2 original descendants left, Minty and Alan, and this was their summering grounds.
Mm.
Back then, it was considered up north.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
Up north. It's right across the river in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's beautiful St. Croix Falls.
Right. Yeah.
A city of trails, and it's just it's like when you enter onto the property, it's like going back in time.
Really.
Yeah, it's never been everything that is around that 1,000 acres. At one time, it was 1,700 acres.
Oh my God.
And we were fortunate enough to get the remaining 1,000 acres. What it was always, since its existence, it's been a private estate, and the public has never been have never been allowed on the property.
Really.
Until we got it. Then we started Miracle at Big Rock Creek.
Oh yeah.
It's a campground, and
Mm-hmm.
there's hiking and biking, and there's 20 plus miles of trails and roadway on the property, and it's a beautiful place, and my wife and I actually don't own any of it.
Well, you don't.
No, we saved our kids a trip to probate, and the kids own it all.
Oh, the kids. Oh.
So we have.
So, Chris, does that mean the kids pay the taxes on it? There you go. So, for people, because I'm one of them, how many city blocks is 1,000 acres? I have no idea. Andy, can you look that up just to see if you can come up with an answer?
Yeah, it said about 1,000.
1,000 acres is how many city blocks, square blocks?
Good question.
You know, I don't know the answer to that.
I don't either.
I've never looked at it in
Well, it's
those
a big
terms.
piece of land, obviously.
Let's see. Well, I can tell you it is 6.2 billion square inches. Thank you, Google, for that
6.2 billion
very
square.
useful conversion.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's-
So Chris is about the same. Well, I don't know. It's either you or Michael's about the same situation, isn't it? 1,000 acres.
What's that?
Oh, I live in a condo
I know you.
in a city or on concrete. What are you talking about?
I know. I just thought I'd stir the pot. Big of trouble.
Yeah, we have world-class trout fishing there. At one time, it was a trout hatchery. It's Big Rock Creek. The creek itself, actually, the headwaters all originate on that property, and it meanders through the entire property and then dumps in a block and a half away. It dumps into the St. Croix River.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
it's part of the scenic riverway.
We're going to be talking to Brad a lot about that right after Kristyn Burtt's report from Hollywood. Anything going on that we should know about?
Really? Are you doing that facetiously? After
No,
Jimmy
I
Kimmel's been shelved indefinitely?
Yep.
What is
Jimmy Kimmel's
Jimmy
out.
Kimmel's
Jimmy
out.
Kimmel.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know what? I was thinking last night when the news was announced, I was like, oh my gosh, Tom, like, put this out into the universe because you had already thought that he had been put on hold.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, no, it's just Colbert. And then look at that. 2 days later, it's Jimmy Kimmel.
I have a question, and this is for you first, then everybody else can comment on it as well. How do you go from Johnny Carson, one of the best of all time, to three guys who were not very good? How did that happen?
I mean, we had a good person. I thought Conan O'Brien was a great replacement.
He was probably the last of like the super duper
Yeah.
popular
Yep,
ones.
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, because the replacements after Carson were kind of like Letterman, Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, that,
Right.
and then we moved into Kimmel, Colbert, and Fallon.
I don't remember Johnny Carson ever being anywhere near as political as all these guys now.
Yeah, but the landscape changed. I mean,
Yeah.
Johnny Carson's era was completely different than what we're
Uh-huh.
seeing here in 2025. So
All 30 years.
it's not a fair comparison in terms of like even interviews with because remember yesterday we were talking about Carson. I'm like, you were drinking, you were smoking, you weren't promoting your film, you were just kind of like leaning back and telling fun stories about what you did in Vegas instead of like, here's my movie, look at my clip.
That's the deal. Do you know the story about, and I can't tell you who the reporter was because it's not fair, but I knew the reporter went down, this is years ago, went down to Johnny Carson's mother's house. I think it's still in Nebraska or Iowa.
He's from Nebraska, I believe.
Nebraska, yeah.
He is.
So he goes to interview Johnny Carson's mother. This is probably 30 years ago, maybe more, 40 years ago, maybe. And I will never forget this. The reporter called me. He said, Tom, I can't come on your show because I was on the KQ morning show at the time. I cannot come on your show and talk about this, but I had to call and tell you this. It's just an amazing situation. So the reporter comes over and he says, what I'd like to do is watch the Tonight Show with you this evening. And then just you and me sitting there and you can comment on it and we can talk about Johnny Carson, the world famous, huge show, huge ratings. And the reporter was going with it and, just kind of hanging in there. This reporter called me, got back, said, I cannot come on the air and talk about this, but we sat there and watched the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. It was me and his mother. The show comes to an end. She stands up, doesn't even bother with the remote, goes over to the TV, shuts it off and goes, that was not very good. About her own son to a reporter. She says, Johnny Carson's not very good.
Maybe it wasn't his best show.
Well,
Moms know if they watch every day.
You can't be on all the time.
oh my God, your own mother turning on you like that. That will kind of show you why he was driven to do what he did, though. Johnny Carson. Because I'm sure she treated him like that every day, probably.
Right. He's probably like, I'll show you.
Oh God, I can't even imagine Toots going, yeah, I heard the show this morning, wasn't very good, so like, thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it. No question. The one time I did have my mother on the show was Valentine's Day, and so we brought her on the show, just talked to her and all the rest of it, and she took over the show. And the problem was that I'm talking like this to her, and I said, so Mom, what do you think? She go, oh, everything's really pretty good. She had a very deep voice, and it was natural. And of course, when she started smoking cigarettes, it made it even deeper, but such is life. So back to it, Jimmy Kimmel has been suspended indefinitely, but that means fired, doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, remember, his contract is only through 2026. And there had been a couple of rumors that Kimmel was going to retire after this anyway. Really? Likely what will happen, Kimmel's going to be fine. Let's just state this right. He's fine. He's rich. It's all good. And whatever he does, someone will hire him beyond this. But we do have to think about there's 138 people who do work on Kimmel every single day. Now, Kimmel in the past historically has been very generous with his employees. Like when there's a strike, he will pay them through the strike, that type of thing. So I'm going to assume that if this is the end of the Kimmel show as we know it, there's no official word on that, but we can assume that he will pay them through the end of his contract. But again, with Colbert's staff, there's about 200 in the New York set. That's a lot of people in the entertainment industry suddenly being dumped into the marketplace.
Yeah, no question about it. I just don't understand. Why did they learn nothing from Johnny? Johnny never got involved in any of that stuff.
Yeah, but the times are different. See, this is what's really interesting because the landscape has changed so much. We have to kind of look at this big picture in what's happening. The FCC was the one who started to say, hey, we didn't like what Jimmy Kimmel said on Monday, as well as Nexstar, which owns a bunch of ABC affiliates. And they said, we are going to replace Jimmy Kimmel for now because we don't like what he said. So you have to remember that the affiliates still funnel a ton of money into ABC corporate. Yep. And this is what we were saying. I think we talked about this a little bit the other night saying, CBS, one of the rumors about why Colbert was canceled was because of the money and that it was losing $40 million a year. But it was Kimmel who was saying that's BS. They make so much money off of affiliates. And this is the example. The affiliates are raising their hand, and Sinclair, after Nexstar did, also raised their hand saying, hey, we don't want to see Kimmel on the air either. And Rolling Stone did a really interesting kind of deep dive about this late last night, saying ABC collectively doesn't believe that Kimmel did anything wrong, but they're very concerned about losing their FCC license based off of what happened with George Stephanopoulos and the $15 million payout they already gave to Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
This is so much more complicated than just one random monologue.
Well, we have
it's so layered.
Right here, Michael Bryant. How does that all work? I mean, how much total do you think is on the line here? It's got to be hundreds of millions of dollars, I would imagine.
Oh, sure.
Well, I think Trump was seeking something like $16 billion or something
$16 billion
from some outlet, which that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
but he's gotten the payout. Trump has gotten the payout from ABC and from CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For this.
And then you find out that they have licenses that are tied up in this. And
really,
it's
very. I mean,
these
risk
are
of losing your FCC
blackmail attempts that are being done to force people to knuckle under and get a license. That our checks and balances no longer are in place because we have a Congress that just waves and lets whatever happens.
Yeah.
And we got a court that sometimes does stuff and sometimes does stuff and doesn't get listened to. So it's a lot of money's being made, and that's driving it. And from both sides, I'm not saying it's just one side, but there's a lot of extra underlying issues that I don't know. And well, I'll stop.
No, what? You'll stop. Well, let me put it this way. it makes me sad that any human being was shot to death. So first of all, I would not be able to go on a show and go, "Oh, I'm glad they're dead." I think, no, I'm not glad anybody's dead. Matter of fact, I think that's probably Johnny Carson calling right now. I don't know who
Most
it is,
likely.
but
Calling from beyond. Johnny Carson's like, what's happening to late night?
I mean, it's a situation where I talked to Charlie Kirk a couple of times. I never met him in person. I talked to him on the phone a couple of times. He was never on the show. But I mean, he had beliefs that I don't have. Not that I disagree with him. You have your life and I have mine. Why don't we see that anymore? That if people have different lives, why don't you just leave them alone?
Right.
I think a lot of the argument in what's happening with Kimmel right now is the concern. Nobody should be celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. And I think Charlie Kirk was a big First Amendment proponent. And I think that the discourse now is like, why is the First Amendment being swung left and right over who can say what? And nobody, no matter what political party they should subscribe to, should be losing their First Amendment rights. And I think that might be the core argument. But as Mike said, as I said, this is such a multi-layered situation that goes, it's business, it's tech, it's politics, it's relationships. There's a lot involved here. It's not just a simple like, hey, Jimmy Kimmel's not funny. We don't like what he said. You're off the air.
Yeah.
Well, and I have to believe there's a larger percentage of people that are commenting on it, on everything, on Kirk or on Kimmel or anything, that absolutely don't watch him, don't listen to him, don't have a clue what they said. And they're making comments on all sorts of things after not watching it. And I personally have a huge problem with that. I think if you understand, I mean, I've disagreed with him many, many times, but I've listened to a lot of things that Kirk has done for years. Actually, I guess he's been popular for a number of years. I wouldn't go deep as far as the number of years go. Yeah, I just disagree with a lot of it. Should he have been shot? Absolutely not. Nobody should be shot, one way or the other. It's an interesting to hear people's opinions that don't watch or don't listen, views on what Kimmel was or what Kimmel is without watching him. I don't know. I just don't watch it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch Kimmel regularly either. It's just like the clip now is recirculating because it was from Monday night's monologue. And I didn't listen to Kirk either. So I was definitely someone who was like, but I keep on in touch with what's happening just because of my job. I will say the biggest loser, but I mean, because again, I said Kimmel's going to be fine. His staff is going to lose out. And I know someone commented they're going to be fine. The staff is not going to be fine. They're middle class people. And remember, Kimmel's staff is employed year round. These type of year round jobs are few and far between in Los Angeles these days. So it does hurt them. But I will also say that it hurts ABC in the end. There's already been a call for a boycott, and there will be people who are they're canceling their Disney Plus. They're canceling their Hulu. They're going to lose out in subscribers because some people will feel strongly about this.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, my situation is totally different. I've talked to Michael about this, that go out to dinner and talk about this, that, and the other thing. But so Brad doesn't know this, but when I was a little boy, well, the first one, I didn't know. The last two I knew, but I had 3 uncles that were murdered. Like I said, I didn't know the first one because he was killed before I was born. And then Ed was beaten to death with a pipe. And my favorite, my Uncle Augie, who I really knew and loved, I thought he was just a great guy. Turns out somebody didn't think so. They threw him off a building downtown Minneapolis. So when I see something like that, and, I'm really glad that nobody said, "Gee, I'm really happy that your uncles are dead." That would not have gone very smoothly. I got to be honest with you. For anybody to hope happy that anyone's dead, I don't get that at all.
No, and that was a really traumatic situation. Anyone who saw even a fraction, I mean, I saw the video. It's horrific. I did too. It's horrific. And, that just it encourages people, not mentally well people, to go out and do that to other people. We do not want a society. We don't want to live in a society where this is happening.
No.
But isn't this kind of a societal problem?
Society's gotten very, very mean. There's no doubt about that.
When you talk about the mental health and well-being of this person that committed this, I think that you're going to find in today's society, this fast-moving society that we live in, it's the digital age, where if something happens in Bangladesh, you're going to know about it in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, you got
And
that right.
and this person lived with his mom and dad, and you're going to find that through all of the social media and all of the things that he's gathered off of the internet, which was his life. That was his life. He was a recluse that basically lived in mom and dad's basement, and he, that stuff, and I see that. I have 12 grandchildren. I watch. I think that what I'm trying to get at is maybe it wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah.
When it was back at Johnny Carson's era.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It was really great.
It was great.
Yeah, we all know that. We all lived it.
Yep, absolutely.
And I look at my grandchildren and the time that they spend with the iPad or the time that they spend with the cell phone.
Yep.
And it really, unless it's monitored in a way that there's some parental guidance in that. One of the things that Charlie Kirk promoted was no cell phone one day a week. No cell phone.
It works for me.
I absolutely thought that I completely believe in that.
Yeah, this might be like hopefully it's a wake up call to a lot of people. A wake up call, because I think that, and I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk in this moment. I'm talking about like dark, deep web stuff, 4chan and stuff, where the alleged murderer was like frequenting. This is probably a wake up call, not only for just us who are like tuned into laptops and iPads and phones every day, but also for your kids and everything else. Like, make sure you know where they're going, where they're wandering on the internet, because there are people who don't have good intentions. And the way our algorithm is served, I always joke that I've like trained my TikTok algorithm to show me cat videos because I like cats, but it's also very soothing. You know what I mean? In this chaotic world. But we're all impressionable on the web, and we all have to be very careful collectively.
I think, that's a good idea to be careful anyway. And it's just, I don't know. I don't care who it is. By the way, Chris, I think I maybe told you this, and I don't know how this happened. I have no idea, but I can't remember what I was doing that day. Something here, there, whatever. But I turned on the television, and it happened to be on the channel where Charlie Kirk was going to do this speech, right? So the TV's on. I'm not sitting down to watch it yet, so I just left it on. And as I sat down, he was shot. I mean, what a coincidence that was, that I would not have watched the speech, because, the political speeches get a little bit over the top for me. I just didn't get too long.
It's always the same thing over and over, too.
Yeah, and I like Republicans. I like Democrats. You're a centrist. Good for you. I got no problem with any of it. But for some reason, my timing, I don't know what happened, but I literally, as I sat down, all of a sudden his head went back and then he fell over to the left. And I will never forget, it's like, what is this all about? Because from that angle, you couldn't see that he had been shot in the neck. You knew something happened to him. But it's so weird that I happened to be watching, because I would have never watched that. Not that I had anything against Charlie Kirk. That's not what I mean. But I don't really watch a lot of those kind of shows, where they go on and on about this, that, and the other thing. But it amazes me that to this day, and I've made it very, very clear. Brad, you probably don't know this, but I've said, whoever you are, whatever you do, whoever you follow, as long as you leave the kids and the dogs alone, I don't give a shit what you do.
And the cats.
And the cats.
And the cats.
Why have we gotten to the point, and I know you've only got a couple more minutes, Kristyn, but the point that Brad just made, people are, and you can deny it if you want, but people are a lot meaner now because of social media.
They're terrible. Yeah. And Andy made a point in the chat a little bit ago, just saying, like, Jay Leno recently came out and said, hey, to like all of you late night, like, let's not talk politics. And it's probably would have been good advice to follow at this point, just because we know where we are at in terms of the political conversation and how heated it is. So we will see how this plays out. I mean, it'll be an interesting one to follow. And it will be interesting to see where Colbert and Kimmel land. Also, I think that's also going to be an interesting story because they still will work. They're very, very rich. So we're not worried about them. But it'll be interesting to see what network they'll do something. They'll have like a production deal or a podcast or something coming up.
So I have a question. I mean, is this, it seems to be happening quite often now that somebody takes a bullet in the head, and it's not easy to deal with on a daily basis. You walk out your own front door and you look to the left and right, go, well, thank God there's nobody standing here. Well, you have to remember for several years, and Michael Bryant knows this very, very well, that I had to have a bodyguard with me, an armed bodyguard with me for, what was that, Andy, about a year and a half?
I mean, I was a kid at the time.
Yeah,
so
you were a little kid, so, but I mean.
My perception of time wasn't great.
Yeah, somebody had threatened to say they were going to shoot me, and they never did, thank God. Or if they did, they missed.
That's scary to live like that. And I think
it's terrible.
It's horrific. And I think the other thing is that if we have all this like crazy news coming out of the US, it does impact tourism. It impacts like things that, matter. We would love people to come here and visit the United States. There's a reason why we're seeing a big downturn in tourism, because people start hearing like, you're going to get shot if you come to the United States. We don't want that narrative.
Well, I mean, Japan is an island famous for very, very low crime rates. They've got virtually no guns because they're an island and they can, control that sort of thing.
Where is this, Andy?
Japan.
Oh, Japan, yeah.
And just a few years ago, some Japanese person made a gun out of like a pipe and some like ball bearings, I think, and shot Shinzo Abe and killed him with it. So you don't even need to have high gun crime for this sort of thing to happen. You don't even need guns for this sort of thing to happen. People can make a gun if they really want to. Well,
and there's machetes and knives. There's tons of different weapons, of course. And I was like, aren't people like printing guns out of like 3D printing too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, this was literally just like a piece of pipe from Home Depot, some ball bearings, and some sort of explosive. That's all you really need.
Really sad.
Thanks, Andy, for giving us the recipe.
Well, yeah, way to go, Andy.
You're more likely to kill yourself making one of those. But the point is that if someone is crazy enough, they're going to do what they're going to do.
Right. And we can't predict. You walk out the door and it's like anything can happen, of course. But we do have, unfortunately, the headlines coming out, which does not help. It does not help drive tourism.
Here's the simplicity of it. I have a 13-year-old grandson. His name is Tucker. And he is a beautiful, beautiful young man. And he has the ability to retain somebody that makes a joke. Now, if you look at the late night talk shows, if you listen to anything that's funny, anything that's ever funny is at the expense of somebody else.
Yeah,
it's either at the expense of Trump, it's at the expense of Biden, it's all political. But listen to your grandchildren sometime, this 13-year-old, and I say, Tucker, what kind of jokes you got for me today? And they're funny. And they're not at the expense of anything. He's innocent. He tells riddles and jokes and things of that nature. And that's what Johnny Carson and Leno and those guys did.
Absolutely.
It wasn't at the expense of Joe Biden can't walk up a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Or somebody had a hot mic or something of that. It's innocent.
I agree.
Look at these kids, these children. It's us adults that screw them over.
Yeah,
I would agree.
It's true, and they're learning from us. And it's the low-hanging fruit joke. Because I always say, like, Donald Trump, everyone starts making fun of his weight, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. None of us would like to be made fun of for our weight. And again, you're then teaching kids like it's okay if you don't like the person, if you don't like the person to make fun of their weight, or Joe Biden with his age, whatever it was, we're just picking low-hanging fruit jokes. It's not good.
Well, because you're not very smart, I think. If you're not funny and you're not smart, what are you going to do? You're going to be mean.
That's right.
All right, I know. Speaking about being mean, you have to leave.
So mean.
So mean. But we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be out Monday and Tuesday because I'm going to be on set.
Monday and Tuesday.
I know.
What am you have somebody to fill in for you?
I can get someone if you want me to.
You should. That'd be fun. Is there anybody you really like that would be good on the show?
Oh, there's plenty of people. Yeah.
Well, you should do that. I mean, if it's not too much work, that'd be.
If I can find someone, I will definitely do it. Yeah, if they're available, for sure.
You're working too hard. You know that.
I know. I'm on like a 3-week streak of like no days off. So just with Emmys and everything else, it's one of those crazy times a year.
All right, we'll talk to you on tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And then Wednesday.
And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
If you find somebody, that'd be great. I think it would be wonderful.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, my dear. Talk to you tomorrow.
You bet. Take care.
Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a break. Come right back. Michael Bryant's here. Brad's here. Andy. Catherine bailed. Look at all this room here that she can sit. And she bails on us anyway. What do you think of that action?
Well, there's no room for Jude, too. So,
yeah, that's right.
What's she going to do?
Otherwise, Jude would be in here driving me nuts.
Judy.
We'll be right back right after this.
From Brad, Sean, Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Brad, Sean, Bryant.
I watched your commercial.
Let me tell you about my bank. That'd be North American Banking Company. When it comes to banking, it's all about trust, and that's what you get with them. They've been around since 1998, and they've always made it clear they're here to give you a better banking experience with a focus on local community. You won't be dealing with some AI chatbot either. You'll get straight answers and quick decisions from real people that know you, your situation. They're always ready to help. So if you're tired of the big national banks and want something better, stop by and see my friends at North American Banking Company. Visit nabankco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Bryant in studio, Brad Hansen in studio. Andy's here. I'm here. Catherine, of course, is taking a nap or something, tried to argue. There's no room. Like, look at this. Tons of room. No question. Right? So, Michael, what's on your list today?
Today, nothing in particular. I mean, another day of working away, getting ready for a trial coming up in a couple weeks. And
you got a trial in 2 weeks? What'd you do?
No, it's another church trial down in Winona County.
A church trial?
Yeah, down in Winona. So.
What's a church trial?
A trial against the church for
somebody
abuse.
Suing the church?
Oh yeah,
is it a Catholic deal?
Oh yeah.
The reason I asked that, they just announced on the national news last night that Catholics need to look over their shoulder, because I guess people, for some reason, hate Catholics now. I don't know why. Maybe it's what you're talking about.
It depends on what you're talking. I mean,
what they're talking about.
Yeah, what they're talking about as far as it goes. I mean, there's a number of different issues religious wise, but
with all religion.
Yeah, with all religion.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but there's another trial coming up, so getting ready for that, and just watching what's going on nationally and internationally.
Well, is any of it good? Do you have any good news for us?
Oh, there's hope, and everybody gets up each day and moves on, and hopefully at some point we'll figure something out.
I mean, you're hoping.
Oh yeah,
it hasn't happened yet.
I always do. Yeah.
No, I understand. It's just, but I mean, Brad was so nice of you to come on. How far is the drive?
It's a little over an hour.
A little over an hour.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's only 500 feet away from Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right.
Across the river.
That's right.
Right across the river.
Yeah, we just went over the Hubbards that have a boat right there on the river. Went over there last week, and
Stillwater.
Stillwater.
Yeah.
You should have come to that, Michael. It was a good time.
That's what you said. But that was rainy, wasn't it? Another rainy day?
Yeah, but everybody was inside drinking and eating anyway. So I sat there with my Diet Coke.
There you go.
If it's 500 feet away from Minnesota, is it big enough that it's 500 feet from what? Illinois also?
It's 1,000 acres, but they're all in a straight line.
Yeah, just one straight line.
That's true.
So how long have you been, when did you get involved in that property?
8 years ago.
And why did you get involved in it?
It was actually an unbelievable situation. We were up north fishing at Crane Lake, me and my son, his significant other, and my wife. And we're all sitting there, and she gets a phone call from her mother saying, oh my God, you won't believe it. Big Rock Creek is for sale. And she was just hooting and hollering. And well, obviously she got off the phone, and I said, well, okay, what's this all about? Well, you have never heard of Big Rock Creek? I said, no, I've never heard of Big Rock Creek. I know nothing about it. Oh, it's this place. She happened to be from St. Croix Falls. And her great uncle Elroy was the caretaker. They always had a caretaker on the property. Sure. Her great uncle Elroy was the caretaker of that property for 56 years.
Oh, God.
So when the family would come up, he maintained and took care of the property and, kept it in shape for the family to come up and vacation. And the family was all over the country, and they would come and stay there, and Elroy and his wife would cook for them and take care of them.
How many houses are on the plot?
There is the clubhouse, which is the main facility.
So why was there a clubhouse?
Well, the club for them to stay. It was the two brothers there. If you look at the main clubhouse is it's split in two, and there's a common area in the middle. So one brother and his family stayed on that side. Sure. One brother and his family stayed on the other side. The kitchen and common area in the middle. And there's a lake and all spring fed, the most beautiful crystal clear water you could possibly imagine. There's a barn that was built in the early 1900s, and that particular barn was repurposed off of a trestle bridge in downtown Boston.
In Boston?
In the late 1800s.
Now you're talking about Mike's area over there.
And that bridge, it's on my bucket list actually, is at the time they took it down in the late 1800s and salvaged it and brought it all out by rail to Big Rock to build the buildings. It was 150 years old then.
Oh God.
So this barn is it's beautiful. It's irreplaceable. It's made out of this trestle bridge, and when we got there, I said we've got to redo this. We've got to fix up this and redo this barn. It's straight as a pin, and it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's heated, air conditioned.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And it's a big building that's how old?
Well, the material on that building's over 200 years old.
200 years old. Now you got air conditioning.
Now it's got air conditioning. Yeah. First thing we did is put a huge renovation on the barn, and we took off about 8 layers of roofing off of that barn.
Because they just kept building over the top.
They just kept putting it on.
And was it heated and air conditioned before, or is that part of the renovation?
No. Me and my sons, and we have a small construction company, and I've been in the trade since I was 16 years old. And we just went to work on it, and we literally took out every single board that are a true 2x6 tongue and groove deck that was in that barn. We pried them all out, took all of the old square nails that it was put down.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
We hauled it all out the door and started insulating, and we ran them all through planers. I burned up 3 planers, professionally grade planers, on that hardwood. It was a hardwood from out east, and brought it back in and started sanding. to stabilize the floor, and I put 450 gallons of natural Watco oil on the interior of that barn. It was that dry.
Really?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
No, I
It's been
suppose
drying out
that's
for
true.
200 years.
yeah, it was that dry.
You
It was
got
amazing.
some wind coming down the river and all that, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but it's just that old.
Yeah,
And,
that too. Yeah.
It's an amazing. Well, everybody should come. It's when you go to Big Rock Creek now, it's all about family. It's a
Like
safe
that.
space. Nowadays, you can't even take your kids to the park without being
You got
afraid
that.
or
That's
worrying.
true.
It's a safe space, and if you come there and see us, you're now part of our extended family, and then that's the way we treat people.
Now, how did you meet David Bassett,
I met
Mr.
David.
Orange?
I met David Bassett because he called me and he called me and needed help in regard to his home, in
really?
regard to the roof on his home.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that's how I met him. And then we started talking and we just hit it off right away. And I've been, through an adventure myself with having a liver transplant and,
Oh, yeah.
and all of those things. And we just became fast friends.
Yeah, he's a piece of work because
He is.
I've only known him for about 6 months now, something like that. I don't know where he finds all that orange clothing.
It's amazing. He's,
I mean, honest to God.
it's amazing.
Every time you see him, he's dressed up in orange. But he actually, because he's going to be on the show tomorrow,
Yeah.
he drove to the neighborhood just so he, find the spot. And I happened to walk out as he was talking to some neighbors, and everybody came out of their house. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's the orange thing, but everybody wants to talk to him.
That's what he says. It's the orange thing.
It is the orange thing.
That's
You
what he
wore an
says,
orange
yeah.
tie one day and just snowballed from there.
Yeah, I mean, they were so excited just to talk to him. Then they found out he had a book, a best-selling book, and then he went to his car and got the book and handed it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy he is. But he was, I mean, he went on and on and on about. How long have you known him?
A few months.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, he was raving to me about you for 3 months then.
Yeah. I talk to him now. I talk to him almost every day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. He's an amazing man.
Oh, he is. He's a very, very smart guy.
Oh, extremely.
And I'm going to talk to him because I don't know what he did before that book broke. I mean, he's still working.
Yeah. He was a money organizer.
He was a money organizer?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
He's
that
a
was true.
networking. He's a people person. He's a
Oh,
networking.
he definitely is that.
He's a networking. He's a networking genius, as far as I'm concerned.
So a money organizer, somebody who just puts together deals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
At least that's what I've gotten out of. He's raised a lot of money for a lot of different companies.
Yeah, he's that's the thing about him. He can raise money like there's no
Mhm.
tomorrow. That
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah, he's an amazing person.
But I didn't know. I saw he had a couple of canes with him yesterday, and I've never seen him with canes before, so I don't know what he did.
Yeah, he's got some medical issues that he's dealing with right now, and I think that's just helping him to get through that. He walks every day.
Yeah, he does. He walks every day.
Yeah.
Very, very smart guy.
Yeah, use it or lose it, I mean, that's his attitude
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
So, which is good.
What's really funny about him is that like I said, I've known him for several months, and he said, Tom, he calls me. And one thing about David Bassett, if he calls you and you can't answer the phone, he'll call you at least 4 more times until you can.
Yep.
He called, honest to God, is like, David.
Oh, yeah.
David. Like, okay.
Persistency plus consistency
He
equals
does.
goal.
But he's just such a smart guy. But he
Yeah.
is just fascinated by the fact. He said, Tom, I've never seen this before. I said, have you seen what? And he goes, everybody knows you. And I said, well, I was on the highest rated morning show in America for 37 years. That might have something to do. But he's just amazed by that.
Yeah.
That a radio guy, everybody knows a radio guy. I suppose, do you think David's right that this is kind of unusual, Michael? I mean, you're around a lot of television and radio and newspaper people and all that.
What that people know you is kind
Yeah.
of unusual. Like you said, you're on a higher ratings show, and it was in the public, and so that's.
I listened to Tom Bernard 30 years ago.
and then stop.
Drive time. No, my point is that I don't think there's anybody in this marketplace of Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota originally.
Yep.
I don't think there's anybody in this marketplace that doesn't know and identify who Tom Bernard is.
Really? That's what he said.
I literally, knowing that I was coming on the show today, I literally would tell people that, that know me or my age, I'd say, yeah, my nephew, I was talking to him on my way here. He's 45 years old. I said, you know Tom Bernard? Oh, yeah, I know who Tom Bernard is.
That is amazing.
KQ.
Minnesotans are also like that, where like we know all of our news anchors and weather guys.
Yeah.
And that
Well,
sort
that's
of thing.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is that. I don't know if every market's like that, but I know Minnesota is.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a quick break. Be right back in just a couple of minutes.
Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Pete Wolf, owner of Robinson Rubber of Robbinsdale.
I partnered with North American Banking Company because I was able to talk to the president, and I know they have my back. They are much easier to talk to than those larger banks. The openness and flexibility has been the best part of banking with North American Banking Company. They understand small to medium businesses. No matter what part of the bank I am working with, North American Banking Company has the latest technology and friendly staff. I would absolutely recommend North American Banking Company to any of my closest colleagues if they want to have peace of mind in their business.
So why not bank where I bank, with my friends at North American Banking Company? To learn more about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com, or do what I do and stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gentlemen, you're listening to me, your customers are listening to me, and they'll hear me promote your business. Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal and engaged, ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. Not just about ads, we're about results. Whether you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach of the show, passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and sales. So you ready to get started? All you have to do is visit tombernardshow.com, click on the partner tab, and let's discuss how we can work together to grow your business.
Who
is that singing, Andy?
I think it's Doug's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I did not know. So that was her.
Listening.
Oh, you knew that?
That was my guess. Yeah.
Why, did you just go watch her belt it out?
No, I just because that's where that music came from. So.
Oh yeah. Was I not paying attention? Is that what you're saying? So, Michael, let me ask you this before we move on with this, because it's been stuck in my brain now for about a half an hour. What's it like being a lawyer in the world now, since people are not as nice as they used to be?
No, I don't know that changes. I mean, we've seen all sorts of things like that forever. I mean,
well, I suppose that's true.
Like I think, as was pointed out, we know more about what's going on around the world because of the internet or because of different platforms that exist out there. But I mean, those things have always gone on. People have always been getting killed. People have bad things have happened always. We know a lot more about it. Algorithms give us more information of things, and so I don't know as far as legally if it's that different. AI's changed things as far as the way some people think or the way people get information, and those changes are like anything else. So it's weird. On the one hand, things haven't changed, and on the other hand, technology-wise, things have changed in the last 2 weeks that are incredible. Yeah. So it's
do you think like
anything else?
Do you think that's part of the problem, is it's so easy to go after somebody now? Like if you railed on about somebody 50 years ago, nobody'd even know about it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, you heard about it in different ways.
Yeah, right.
And it took different platforms
to
have
longer.
It took longer, and it had to be done in a different manner. But I mean, it's happened, but yeah, you get people disappearing a lot quicker now.
Yes.
You know,
Is that a good way to put it? They're disappearing.
Well, yeah, they're on TV now and they're gone tomorrow. And, whatever else happens, I don't know. We'll see.
I got to run this by you quickly because I saw it on TV yesterday. There's a young rapper, and I don't know his name or whatever, and I have no idea. I just saw it on the national news that unfortunately and he looks like he's about 20 years old. I don't know if he's older than that, but he looks very, very young. And it was on the national news yesterday that while he was performing something, whatever, he apparently had a Tesla or has a Tesla, and they found a dead body in his trunk.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Did you hear about this? They found a dead body in his Tesla trunk. It's like, what?
It was, I don't know how to pronounce this. D4DVD. Is it pronounced David? Maybe?
Yeah, it's pronounced David because the 4 is supposed to be an A.
Yeah.
Did he put the dead body there? Or?
We don't know.
Yet. Trying to figure that out.
Yeah, he's a singer.
Well, I'm sure the internet has all sorts of views on whose fault it is, and
yeah, I'm sure.
And already have a number of different people placing the dead body there.
Yes, I think Trump and Biden did it together.
Yeah, that's exactly
one took the feet and one took the head.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I mean, it's so odd. This guy's on stage wrapping up a storm, and there's the Tesla outside. I knew the dog would be knocking at the door
because it's time, getting close to being time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we got 20 minutes left. Jude's
he's
been a little early lately.
A little early, yeah.
But yeah, you have it. So what? You come off stage and go, by the way, you've got a dead body in your trunk.
Well, who found the dead body?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you know how they found it, Andy? Did somebody rat him out or something?
Let's see. What is the deal?
What a story, though.
We sent the local guy to a car wash like Manny.
There was
Ramirez.
a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, she was 15? Oh.
It had been towed after being abandoned, and it was registered to him.
Yeah, it's his car.
So I guess he abandoned the car, and it was at an impound lot, and that's where they found it.
So now he's trying to claim he wasn't involved, but he abandoned a car with a dead body in the trunk?
I guess so.
Listen to the lawyer. Let me try to work the edges on this.
I mean, it's one of those, who knows? I mean, I've never heard of the rapper, so I don't know if he was well healed or not. I mean, who was it? Was it one of the boxers used to come to town, buy a car, and then abandon it and move to the next town?
Yep.
Was that Merriweather, or it was one of the?
It's one of the guys.
Yeah, it was one of the boxers. Didn't find his cars all over the place that he had bought.
Wow.
And
were there any dead bodies in the trunk?
Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe if you looked,
so
it'd be a different. Yeah. But I mean, she's 15 years. How old is David? Andy, does it say?
20.
Oh, he's 20 and he's killing 15-year-olds, or
allegedly.
At least hauling.
Somebody's saying that she's been gone for a year.
What? She's been gone for a year?
Yeah, since 2024.
That couldn't have smelled good out there, that trunk.
A girl who went missing April 5th, 2024 from California when she was 13.
Oh, wow. God.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Sad.
So...
They have any idea what the deal is? It is his car, though, right?
It was registered to him, yeah.
Yeah. That's not just a coincidence.
But it had been, apparently it was abandoned for quite some time.
By the way, after talking about this, if they find me in a trunk dead, it's Catherine's fault. That's just how it is. No question about it.
So, an abandoned Tesla.
Yeah.
Man.
How do you abandon a Tesla?
Yeah.
Maybe the battery ran out and he didn't know how to
he didn't know how to charge it.
I can't put gas anywhere in this thing.
Left it at a charging station or something?
So even when she was 13, he was still 18 or 19, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pretty severe crime, I would think.
Yeah, I'd say 13-year-olds and 19-year-olds probably shouldn't hang together.
Probably
too
not.
Much.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't know what this, like I said, but Michael, you kind of said this, it's always been this way, but the news is everywhere.
Well, yeah, there's lots of different things that have happened, and people getting killed over time, and whether they're being abandoned in wagons or, or Teslas, there's all those different stories out there. But
we just didn't know about it.
Yeah, we just didn't, or we didn't hear about them until later, or they just weren't as big of an issue. And you didn't have parties using it to create more voters or to create or make profits off of in the same way that we do today. You know, the fear mongering leads to a lot of different things. It leads to people giving up rights. It leads to lots of money being spent on protections, and you know, it's used in all different ways because of that promotion.
It's always been crazy people in the world.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it.
All the way back to the Romans.
When you go back to it, you know, the changes we made with the mental health, you know, by emptying out all the mental institutions didn't help to begin with.
Right.
And,
very good.
You know, there's a financial that it'll be interesting to look back on. Did we make money by dumping people out, or did we actually lose money by the damage it did to society? I don't know. I think it could go in both directions as far as the impact that we've had. You know, but yeah, it's led to a lot more mentally ill people being out there that I don't know, used to lock away. And I can't say that was a better way to do it, but it was a different way to do it.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, like I said, my old man was locked away, and they should have kept him locked away. Let me put it that way. Well, they should have. Well, he died at 60
Did he ever really hurt anybody? I mean,
me.
He damaged emotionally in the family.
He beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, but I mean, did he ever? But yeah,
like no attempted homicide or anything like that.
No attempted homicide. I think the reason. Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
The reason I years later figured it out is because by the time I was 10, 11 years old, I was over 6 feet tall, and I weighed like 220.
Yeah.
Because I was just a really big kid, and nobody else in my family's that big. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Well, my Uncle Ted was. My mother's brother was, but all the other people in my family were not. I mean, they're like 5'7", 5'8", like most people. But I just, the old man and I did not get along, and I don't know why that was. I suppose because I was already bigger.
Your mom and you were the age you were, you know.
Yeah, I was right in the middle.
And your brothers were gone, or you know.
My older brother was gone.
Yeah.
My sisters were around. My younger brothers. Yeah, there are 5 boys, and there were 4 of us in a row. That was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This whole looking at things with so much anger doesn't that wear on you if you're always pissed off at something or somebody? You'd think.
I don't know.
So do you have days when can people come to your farm, or I mean, is
on
it
a day pass or something? You mean?
Like on a day,
show up? Yeah, sure.
They can just. Well, I don't want them just showing up.
No, they can.
Well, they can just show up.
Yeah, we offer day passes for people. Oh yeah, if they want to come, just go for a walk. They can come and go for a walk.
See, now that's what I was thinking. Because you can see the river right from there, I would imagine.
Well, Big Rock Creek, yes.
Yeah, Big Rock Creek,
and St. Croix River, the park, and all. It's all it's all part of the National Scenic Riverway, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, if you want to just go someplace to just be, it's a great place.
Well, see, and that's why I thought with all this turmoil and everybody's mad at somebody and everybody's getting fired, it would be nice if people just come over to your farm and just take a walk.
Yeah.
And not be harassed by
Bring the dog and go for a walk.
See, that's wonderful.
You know, it
is wonderful.
It's all about family.
Which raises the question: Why are you leaving? Why are you here?
That's a good. To be quite honest with you, when I'm from Minnesota originally, my wife and I started at a very, very young age. We had 4 kids by the time we were 23 years old.
Oh man,
yeah, that's getting it done.
That is getting it done. So I got to ask, you Catholic?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
See, that's a Catholic thing, having all those kids in a row.
No, not at all. No, we just like sex.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you.
That is how it works.
It is. Yeah, that is how it works.
That is how it works.
It's kind of interesting to be, and the timing of it wasn't intentional to have, a lawyer in and Michael and you come in.
No, I get it.
And then all this turmoil is happening, and they find this dead woman, or not even a woman. She's a 15-year-old's been dead for 2 years, whatever it is.
She's a child.
But I just, you must really like that situation where you know what, I'm not in a great mood. A bunch of stuff happened today. I'm going to go for a walk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's got to be great.
Or I'll go hunting, or I'll go fishing, or I'll grab I'll take one of my grandchildren's. One of my grandchildren, They love to work with Papa.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
It's the greatest. I mean, it's what I find is difficult with my family is you get complacent.
Oh,
Meaning you start to lose track of sometimes because things are so busy.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do, like now we're getting ready for Miracle at Big Rock Creek. That takes 3 months to get ready for.
And what's that all
millions of
about?
Christmas. We have millions of Christmas lights.
Oh, God.
It's Bentleyville on steroids.
Oh, yeah.
But it's done the old school way. It's all with all the natural trees. There's nothing but white oaks all the way around. Our whole property's all white oaks.
Candles?
What's that?
And it's candles?
They're all lit. They're all lit.
No, I meant, is it the actual candles, the lit candles?
No.
That would take a while.
No,
How old school is
they're
it?
LED lights, but the trees are wrapped.
Oh, sure.
If you go on Miracle at Big Rock Creek on our website, anybody can go on it. If you look at it, you'll see it's a magical experience.
So
it truly is.
Do you wrap them and unwrap them, or do they stay wrapped?
Well, we leave about a third of them wrapped. It depends on the size of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
If you wrap lights on a small tree, you got to take them down.
Sure,
because the tree grows so fast.
Yeah.
When you're on a mature white oak, these are hundreds of years old white oaks. You can leave them wrapped on there, except for the squirrel rats. We call them tree rats. The
Tree rats, yeah.
They get on them and they chew on them sometimes. But you can leave we leave about a third of them wrapped.
Okay.
But there's millions and millions of lights. It's beautiful.
Now, let me ask you a question, because, I mean, we're talking about finding, you got to get out and get the work done, but you can find nice, peaceful places.
Yeah.
And I don't think about this much, but Michael and I are really good friends.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we are is because he loves his family.
Yeah.
Talk to you, same situation.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, Andy, Alex, Catherine.
Yeah.
Is family making a comeback, or did it never disappear? They just kind of look like it did.
I think it's making a huge comeback. I think the pendulum is swinging the other way. I think that our society is starting to realize, you know what? It wasn't such a bad thing after all with family and being somewhat conservative. You know, you made a point earlier in your show when we were talking about how mean people are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you and I grew up, you didn't just go around talking about other people.
No.
And you actually had some consideration and some compassion for your neighbor. I grew up in Blaine, Minnesota as a young child.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, in Blaine, Minnesota. And it was in the tract homes. It was all built on the GI Bill. Coon Rapids, Blaine, Fridley, those areas, that was all built on the GI Bill after World War II. And but we knew our neighbors.
Right.
Whether we were at the neighbors down the street house or they were in our backyard, the kids were in our backyard. When you went to the neighbor's house as a child, they were in charge. When you came to our house, my mom and dad were in charge. And that's just the way it was.
You know what I really like about this conversation is looking back at how, life went and, all the rest of it. But when my father was taken away in a straitjacket and institutionalized and all the rest of that stuff. But I will tell you what you're talking about. The Laurent family, the O'Brien family, the Fisher family. I can go down to Lundeen's.
We can all say those families.
Mom and dad of those families, when my father was hauled away, because it was very public, obviously.
Sure.
But everyone, the father and mother came out and said, "Tom, don't worry about this. We'll keep an eye on you. Everything will be fine."
Exactly.
You think people would do that today?
No.
I don't either.
No.
Certain area, but
certain areas, sure. But you don't see that. No, you don't.
So what do you think, Michael?
Yeah, well, I think there are certain areas, there's certain ethnic groups that are really strong family-wise.
Yeah.
But there are changes with societies that have and the way we live is real different now.
It is, yeah.
You know,
Well, your
the
transmitter's going nuts there, Michael.
My transmitter?
Yes, it's like freaking out.
What the hell are you doing now, you troublemaker? Why don't we take a break here while we get it?
Yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll swap.
Do you want me to just switch?
Yeah, just swap boxes.
There you go. We'll be right back.
Okay. Jeez.
Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant.
This year, the magic is calling like never before at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. 16 stages filled with sword fighting, fire breathing, music, magic, juggling, and more. Delicious food and drink fit for a Viking. Get it? Not a king, but a Viking. Like the hearty turkey leg, of course. Craft your own magic at the Wicked Wand Workshop and race for glory at the Ninja Warrior Challenge. Don't miss live armored jousting, and the marketplace is a shopper's dream. There's something for everyone in the Renaissance Festival's magical village. The Minnesota Renaissance Festival weekends August 16th through September 28th. Don't miss the adventure. Get your tickets at renaissancefest.com. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, the closeout segment. We are back to, and it's,
Oh, wow.
What?
It's making the same noises. I think it's your cell phone.
Is it my cell phone doing it?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you're on your cell phone during the
That's what
show.
it was.
What are you, a
No,
child?
I was just holding them both in my hand.
Yeah.
I wasn't on it.
That's what it
Here we
was.
go.
See, don't give them an iPod.
Were you making bets?
No.
Kids these days, you just can't give them a phone.
Yeah, kids these days.
Well,
Just can't
Like
trust them with
Michael
them.
Bryant, there's no question. All right, closing statements. You want to start it?
closing statements.
No, whatever you want to bring up.
Whatever I want to bring up. Let's see.
Except for if I'm a prick.
You tweeted about the Twins last night. I don't know why you're even bother watching what they bring.
I love
They got-
the Twins.
I know, but
And
they
they're
got
getting-
nothing left.
Oh.
And they're letting everybody go, and that team's in worse shape than it was a couple months ago.
No question. I mean, that
Joe
team is
Ryan
terrible.
free, let him be a Red Sox, and let's get it over with.
Yeah, exactly. Honest to God, but for me, I was 8 years old when the Twins came along, the Vikings came along. We lost the Minneapolis Lakers to Los Angeles. I mean, my 8-year-old to 9-year-old year, so many things happened. And I think it was about maybe 5 years later when the North Stars came along. That was about the mid 60s, wasn't it, or late 60s?
That's about right. Yeah.
I think that's about right. So, I mean, we had the University of Minnesota that same year won the national championship in football. By the way, the last time they won the national championship, and that was only 65 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, but all that excitement, watching that all go on. I mean, the Twins, to me, I will always love the Twins and the Vikings. I just do, because I was a little boy and it was so exciting.
I'm a Killebrew, Tony Oliva.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, it's just wonderful. And it was a situation, once again, because we were going rough patches at the house. The Anderson family, Kenny Anderson and his father, took me to the old Met. Did you ever go to the old Met?
Absolutely.
Oh, God. Were you here in time for the old Met?
I think at the very end of it, I definitely went to the old the hockey that was down there, because we used to go to the Thunderbird. I think it was called the Thunderbird.
Mm-hmm.
You could go in there, buy 2 drinks. You got free parking. And
yes, sir.
Get in on the student.
Yep.
It was in the same parking lot.
Yeah, for the North Stars.
Yeah.
A whole different deal.
But I think I'm trying to remember. I think I was there when I was real super young.
Trevor had a good Minnesota sports joke in there.
Oh, did he?
You got to be careful with food fit for a Viking. That's a lot of choking hazards.
Yeah.
Fit for a Viking?
Yeah, for
Joking?
the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's looking like, what the hell are you talking
They've got tough things going on.
Yeah.
So.
The Vikings haven't been great lately.
Yeah.
Well, last year they had a good year. They just didn't finish off.
They didn't finish it off, but this year that team is not very
So maybe
good.
they'll do
Well,
the
the
opposite.
team's good.
They'll start bad and then
they
they'll
were
get good.
putting a lot of pressure or a lot of expectations on somebody who hadn't taken a pro snap yet.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah.
And I still, NFL preseason, why even have it if you're not going to use it?
I agree.
It's ridiculous.
Money.
Well, but
Ticket
even the money
prices,
can't be worth it. If it leads to injuries and losing games in the beginning, in the end, you probably lose more money than you make. So
It could be.
But
I mean, it's a big part, but I do remember it being so young, and the Twins had just become a thing, and we went to Met Stadium, and it was an afternoon game. So as it went on, it was very, very early in the year. It actually got a little dark. It didn't get totally dark, but it began to get dark. They turned all the lights on, and I went, "My God, I've never seen anything like this in my life."
oh yeah,
Like what?
walking into a stadium of with the green grass and the
Green
whole deal,
grass,
it's a beautiful place.
That whole in
It's a beautiful
Brad, you
place.
just mentioned that lineup.
Yeah.
And by the way, most of those guys I've met through time, nicest guys in the world.
Nicest people. Yeah.
Bud was kind of
Very
a pain in the
humble.
ass, but very humble.
Yep.
Bud was not humble.
No.
Did you ever meet him?
Oh yeah.
Bud's an
He had a
interesting
cabin
guy.
over in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he was never a jerk, but you could tell he was. I don't really want to talk to you.
Yeah.
One of those kind of
He was
people.
a very private person.
Yeah, he was.
Actually.
No
Met Center was
question about it.
demolished in 1994.
What's that?
Yeah,
Darren
that'd be about
says.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was the owner of the Twins? Calvin.
Calvin.
No, Calvin Griffith.
Yeah, Calvin Griffith used to spend weeks at Big Rock Creek.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he
Oh, I
came out
didn't
there.
know that.
He spent a month there in the summer.
So you rent space there?
Yeah. So you rent. Yeah, we have
little
cabin
cabins?
rentals, and
Oh,
and
do you really?
We have cabin rentals. We have yurts. We have camping. We're expanding the campground right now. It's wonderful.
How many people stay in a yurt?
Up to 4.
Up to 4.
We have family. They're a tent. They're a family tent. But if you go on the website and look at them, there's decks on them, actual decks.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like an old. My son came to me and he said, "We got to do yurts. We got to do yurts." I said, "What is a yurt? It sounds like something you eat. I don't know what a yurt is."
A yogurt.
He said,
yurt.
"Here, I'll show you." And he looked it up and he showed it to me. I said, "It's an army tent. I've been staying in them since I was 5 years old. It's an army tent. It's just
Right.
white instead of green." Yeah, well, that's a yurt. That's a new word for it.
We got to get over there and.
But they're very posh yurts. When you open the door of one of our yurts, it has a queen size bed. It has air conditioning. It has heat.
Wow.
It has everything in it. Yeah,
That's wonderful.
It's
That's
a
not
really
the tent
neat
you were
thing.
staying in as a kid.
You can get you can get in your electric car if you live in the cities, and you can drive out to in 40 minutes. You're at Big Rock Creek. And you open the door, and everything is provided. You don't have to bring anything with you. You got your bed, you got your bedding, you've got the heat, you got the air conditioner. There's a Yeti cooler, there's a barbecuer on the cement patio out front. It's all set up.
Wow.
So all you got to do
bring
is
anything.
you got to bring groceries. That's
All
it.
you got to do is show up. Yeah.
What's your occupancy generally?
We're full all the time.
All the time.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. During the week it slows down, obviously.
Yeah.
But every weekend we're full.
So how much in advance do people have to
Well,
make reservations?
you can now during the summer months. You should probably look to get it booked in advance. That's why we're expanding as rapidly as we are.
Right.
Yeah. And but you could call now and get something booked for next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And how big are those? There are cabins as well, you said?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How
There's
big
the
are they?
family cabin. There's the clubhouse. The clubhouse is 14 people.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody else get to come in the clubhouse when you're in there?
No.
I didn't think
No.
so.
No.
That's pretty good.
It's a private rental.
It's wonderful.
It's got a great big wraparound porch, the old style porches.
Right.
the Sims brothers were commissioned by J.J. Hill to go to Africa when they started the Minnesota Museum. Do you know what the Minnesota Museum is now?
No.
Minnesota Science Museum.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that makes sense.
J.J. Hill started that. And they were, back then when they started a museum, or that's the way they did it, is they would harvest animals and then put mounts in of the animals.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them old mounts are in the porch of the clubhouse.
Oh, God.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to come out. You
got to come and see it.
Catherine would love it.
She'd love it.
She just loves that kind of thing.
I'll give you a tour.
No question.
We rent side-by-sides, electric side-by-sides. We rent golf carts, to go out and travel around and tour Big Rock Creek.
God, that sounds wonderful.
We have Friday night at the farms. Every Friday, we have Friday night at the farms. We have live entertainment. And there's a bar there, and there's food trucks there. And
God, that's amazing. How did you ever... Did you just happen upon it, or did your wife happen upon it?
No, my Kari, my son's wife, grew up in St. Croix Falls.
God, that's
and
phenomenal.
She, as a child, there's in the porch of the clubhouse, there's an old hanging bed that hangs from chains.
God.
And she grew up when she was 5 years old. She would take naps on that bed because her mother would go there and clean for the family.
Sure. Yeah.
And servants and people like that. These were very wealthy people.
Yes, indeed.
Old world money.
Michael, any closing words?
No, that's it. We're good for the day.
Well, just tell people, do Michael a favor, get arrested.
No. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of car accidents. Be safe.
That'd be
Don't
different.
run into people. Stay off your cell phone while you're driving.
Oh, please tell people that. We had a guy yesterday again. We're coming up. We're about half a block away. Red light turns green. Big truck just sitting there, not moving. So we eventually had to go around him, not up on the sidewalk, thank God, but he was on his phone.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? You know how dangerous that is?
Yeah, the other day I exited, and on the off ramp, a woman was just on her phone parked in her car.
Wow.
And it's like, what in the hell? Like, find a side road or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
a side road would be good.
You could not be in a worse place to park your car to check your phone.
Yep.
Okay, so we got to get, so we got, I think we have, Catherine and I only have like 2-3 weeks left here.
Yeah, not long.
We got to get, we should figure out how to do a show from over there. That'd be pretty damn cool, actually.
On Big Rock.
Yeah.
Come on.
That would
Let's
be,
do it.
We got to get Michael over there. Lovely wife.
You just redo this exact show, but in a different location.
Yeah, you would love it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Telling you.
Yeah,
Just meeting you guys, I'm here to tell you, you'd love it.
Yeah. Sounds like a beautiful place.
It is.
It does indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, you and I'll stay in touch, and if in the next couple of weeks or whatever,
let's do it.
I would love to do that. Michael?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, we'll get the whole thing going. We'll do it, and we'll try it. Is it possible to do a remote show there, Andy?
With our equipment, no. We don't have we don't have remote equipment anymore. Not really.
Yeah.
We'd have to dismantle everything and
that
bring it over, which would be doable, but it's a lot of work.
What do you need to do it?
Board and mics, basically.
I could probably set that up for you.
Really? Well, let's stay in touch on that.
I'll find out.
It was great having you both. And I knew you guys would be, you both got pretty good attitudes about other people, and that's a good thing. Nobody was being a pain in the ass. That was good, too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the input.
I didn't mean that. All right. We'll stay in touch. We'll get it done. And thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every time I get the same, reminds me how you talk in my door.